since 1993. We specialize in creating eye-catching designs, search engine optimization, complex e-commerce, and custom app integration. Whether you need a simple website or a complex e-commerce or phone app, our team of experts is here for you. Give us a call today. We're here to help.
South Shore, where the sun shines, golf carts roam, and accidents happen. But your roof, that should be the least of your worries. Steadfast Roofing brings you the best roofing systems, providing you protection even against the toughest storms. For a roof that stands strong through anything, choose Steadfast. Get the protection you deserve. Call now for your
Everybody, this is Howard from South Shore Live, and we've got these fantastic shirts available at the Co-op at Apollo Beach. My slogan, good morning, don't be a shitty person, along with a fantastic logo in the back. We've got 5 or 6 different types, all different colors, and we're keeping it simple. Buy them at the local Co-op, and messages will tell you how to get them. Thanks, everyone. Good morning, don't be a shitty person.
MF Barbecue. Tasty, juicy, delicious. Ribs, brisket, and pork. Slow smoked overnight to be done fresh for you Thursdays to Sundays, right here in the South Shore area. Based out of Riverview, we are most often located at the Shell gas station at the corner of McMullen and Boyette Road. But since we are a food truck, we're mobile. Catch us at places like Flooring Master, Peter Ford, or Cigars on the Boulevard. Or even have us cater your next big event, from a graduation party to a birthday, or really just for the hell of it. Come hang out and try a special for the week, such as brisket chili or Texas Twinkies, and maybe even meet a special guest. Find us on Facebook.
I happen to be here with Aldo, who's in charge and runs the Cars and Coffee here in Waterset, which is a local phenomenon, which is kicking butt here and is a free event. He's going to tell you all about it. Hold tight.
Guys, my name is Aldo. I run the Waterset Cars and Coffee every second Saturday of the month from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. We're here every second Saturday of the month at the landing in Waterset.
What's it cost, Aldo?
Nothing. Here's the only thing I'm going to ask.
There you go.
Like cool cars, cool motorcycles. It doesn't matter if it's a classic and exotic. It doesn't matter what it is. Come here. We need cool cars and cool people. If you're cool, you got to come over here.
You're welcome here.
Second Saturday of the month. Check it out. We have the food truck. We have White Claw. We have the vendors. Free coffee. We always have everything.
I love the Ackie. You know I'm a Honda guy.
Yes, yes. So check out the Acura NSXs, the Cybertruck, everything. And guys, follow us. Follow us, Waterset Cars and Coffee, in Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Waterset Cars and Coffee every second Saturday of the month, 8 to 10 a.m. Have a great day, guys.
Check them out on South Shore Live, too.
Boom.
right here.
Okay, this is gonna be the last commercial.
Okay.
You guys are gonna go live. I'm gonna play with the screen.
Headphones on or off?
Off.
Forget 'em.
Yeah.
Yeah, we only need them on some-
For now, yeah.
Done.
I never put the thing on the front door, did you?
I did.
Awesome.
All right, we're gonna.
All right, this is weird, but we'll figure it out. I do the best I can.
There we go.
Yeah. All right, let us know when we're live.
There we go.
You're live.
All right.
Hey,
Hey, welcome.
and
And don't even say sunny and warm today.
I was gonna say it is the polar capital of Florida.
Oh man, you know it was the same temperature this morning as it was in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
That's crazy when you really think about it. This is Florida.
I know.
This is why we moved here, guys.
I know.
Anybody loving it as much as I am?
I am.
No,
After about
So
1
happy.
o'clock, it's all
I
right.
love
pure torture. Although I'm gonna have Abel
love it.
come over on
It's
Friday so we
snuggle
can do
weather.
stuff in the attic.
Well,
But,
then where are you?
Hey, well,
It's
hey,
snuggle weather,
you
right?
know, but hey, welcome to South Shore Live, and
Right.
we
Professional snuggler.
Yeah, this
anyway,
is
they're having a full conversation.
Well, you
so
know what?
we
Because
won't
this is an
we won't talk
entrepreneurial,
about the
forum,
thing.
and we just hit a great idea here. She could VP this right up. We welcome you here to South Shore Live. This is our take on business and local community access, brought to you in 2025 version. You have Captain Teo, who is my co-host here, myself, Howard the Unknown Drummer, Joanne Duran, who is the engineer and the promoter of the show, along with Tampa Bay Sports Magazine. And we have with us a guest tonight, and we have also Angie Richardson with a lot of different people.
Yeah.
I'm with a lot of different people.
You
Is
know
that
what I mean?
you're saying?
Just you just
What?
you know, she does a lot of things.
We aren't even
So-
going there anyway.
Okay.
Hey, with that, and
Let's introduce
before
our
we get
guest,
into
Teo.
this,
I
I
forgot.
before I introduce the person
Our
here to
guest.
my left, let's go over the disclaimer. This is entertainment purposes only. It's our opinions. Don't do as we say, or don't blame us if you do something that we said we did, or we don't do, or we do. It's not our fault. You're responsible for your own actions, and if you get offended, just scroll on by.
The opinions of myself, Teo, and our guest do
Yeah.
not reflect the production of South Shore Entertainment, South Shore Live, and Tampa Bay Sports Entertainment. If you have any problem with that, please talk to our legal counsel, Mr. Captain Teo Leonard.
Yeah, geez, thanks.
No worries.
Throw me under the bus. Anyway, hey, so I have Crystal Pepperoni here, and
I type in Pep, she comes right up.
hey, actually,
That's
so
true.
you know, I get a lot of flack for that because people are like, "What? Do you really call her Crystal Pepperoni?"
Why not?
And if we look at my phone,
Do you know who gave me that?
Robert King.
Julie?
No.
Pee-wee.
Oh, it was Pee Wee, wasn't it?
Pee-wee.
I thought you were
Oh
talking about the
man, we
haircut.
missed Pepper. So we do
Nice.
Crystal Pepperoni. I have it stored in my phone as Crystal Pepperoni because it's Crystal Pekowski,
Up.
and we don't always spell that correctly. But Pee Wee, man,
That's fixed. Joe.
man, he was an awesome dude.
He was really cool.
He was an awesome guy.
So you lived here in Apollo Beach for a while, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
long
Been
time.
a
What-
while,
what-
but yeah.
Yeah. What was the time? What was the time frame? Because a lot of
So
our
what's a while?
what's a while? Because Teo talks about the good old times, and they were like 5 years ago, or 15, 20 years ago. There's
Yeah, I
a
think it was at least 10 years. I've been gone for at least a decade.
Yeah, that's about.
At least a decade I've been gone.
it was a different Apollo Beach back then.
Yes. It
without a
was
doubt.
very
Oh, it was
was so cool.
water set
yeah.
really didn't exist.
I
mean,
could see my house from
There was
the
no water
Shamrock. I could
set.
see my house
you know,
pretty much. There was nothing. there.
you had Harbor Isles and South Shore Falls, but there wasn't a light at South Shore Falls yet.
There
No.
wasn't even, you couldn't even go through that road that is now.
No Paso de Mar.
Yeah,
that wasn't
It
even
was Big Bend or nothing.
yeah.
Yeah.
17 minutes to get to Sam's Club.
And it was like it
was-
took
that
like
was
no
it.
time to get throughout all of Apollo Beach. I mean, the concept of having to wait for 1 or 2 or 3 light cycles at Apollo Beach Boulevard in 41 was unfathomable.
Oh yeah.
There was nothing
And-
there.
And even
Dust.
like, well, and for a while when you worked at my office from Apollo Beach up to Riverview, Boyette, it literally took 14 to 17 minutes
Yep.
to get from Apollo Beach up to the Web Ninja and office there and at
Which now what would you
Balm
say?
Riverview. Oh, it was 40 minutes when
45.
I sold it.
45
It was
solid.
40 to 45 when I sold the building about 5 years ago.
We moved here.
now.
There was one Aldi, and that was in like Brandon. Do you know what I mean?
I don't even
the
remember an
idea.
Aldi when we moved here. When
I
we
was so
moved here,
tickled when I found out.
when we moved here,
We also do not
Winn-Dixie
get
was
paid
where
for any of
Publix
these
was.
endorsements, guys. Anyone on the show, anything that we eat, try, sample, give, we don't pay for it. And Aldi doesn't pay for us. Nobody pays for us.
We pay our
Correct.
own way. We are not paid for our
Our
opinions
reviews,
or
our opinions,
reviews,
the pizza we had
etc.
tonight sucked.
We
We'll get to that.
we pay for that. But
It had pepperoni on it. I'm assuming that was in honor of you tonight.
yeah,
It was an honor.
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, I mean when we moved here, and so the Winn-Dixie was building their new location, which is now the storage unit.
Right.
And Winn-Dixie was where Publix is now, there at the Boulevard. There was no UPS store building or any of that.
There was nothing. I remember
The
it was
Caldwell
Salty.
Banker was the A-frame, was an A-frame building.
Salty was an Italian restaurant, and I think it was like the seafood shack or something like that.
No, it was
seafood dive.
No, it originally was Hungry Howie's.
That was
and
the
then-
original Howie's, and they moved.
Yes,
It was originally Hungry Howie's with a buffet, with
Really?
an all-you-could-eat pizza buffet.
Like a CC's, but like
Yeah.
worse.
I know somebody
Yeah.
who had an affair
Wow.
back there.
Ooh,
I can't say it because they're probably watching.
Wow.
yeah,
Not
okay.
yet. Maybe the refund.
We won't go there. Wasn't me. But then it became Cherries,
Cherries.
and
Place that's in Brandon now.
yeah, same owner.
All right.
Husband and wife owned it, and so then there was a deal, and so Hungry Howie's took it back because they actually Casbore's owned the property, and then they were gonna do the barbecues, but then they created the seafood dive.
That was so quick.
And then got rid of the seafood
was 8
dive,
months
and
tops.
then Sean bought it for the Salty Shamrock.
Isn't that where Target was?
Yes.
Target was
Stop
across the
torturing
street.
me. Stop torturing me.
Target was where Rock and Roll Sushi.
The girl still has hopes
was.
and dreams, man.
It had
Stop
a tiki bar on the
torturing
roof.
What? Rock and Roll Sushi? I have.
Is it good?
I thought it's good tourist sushi, but I'm a sushi snob, so I will drive past multiple sushi places.
So where is your favorite sushi around?
Sticky rice.
Yeah.
And even though Annie sold it, they're still great. But my backup is Sage in Sun City.
Yep.
E-Sushi, Rocket.
Ooh.
Well, they're about, but so I'd rather go to Sakura where it's made in front of you and everything else.
Been
So
prepped
we
up
can do
and
that.
out.
But hey, let's talk veterans, okay? I
Hey,
want
this is
to
our salute to veterans. today.
because
We got a lot of veteran
we got a
stuff
lot of
going on.
veteran stuff to cover, and we could talk about restaurants and growth and everything. And Crystal and I, and now Lisa is a proud volunteer, I think, supporter.
She's our
We have,
volunteer
Lisa with us
coordinator,
tonight.
director, our lover, our everything.
And
Behind the
and
scenes coordinator, which
She's
is why she's
everything.
behind
She's
the
amazing.
scenes.
she's behind the scenes. She likes to be there, and that's Lisa Sisson from Knight's Hair. And but it's Mothers of Veteran Suicide, which we became friends with the organization a couple years ago, which you don't ever want to, and in all honesty, you don't ever want to become friends with that organization the way we did.
It's a tough one.
And we're not going to go into the details on that because we agreed we wouldn't. But because of us losing somebody very dear to us, a veteran, to suicide, we were graced and blessed with meeting the Mothers of Veteran Suicide. And Crystal came up with some ideas. I then was the total shithole person behind it because I lost our house. So I had committed to do all this helping, and we lost the house in the hurricane.
You know, how
put
dare
together
you lose
this.
your house?
Ridiculous.
Oh,
That is some excuse.
but I made her a commitment that I would be there on the final day.
Okay.
And at 5 o'clock in the morning, we got a phone call from hell, and I committed I would be there at 8 a.m. And at 6:30, I hauled butt and
Yeah, I remember that.
and made it there on time.
Didn't we do something the night before?
We
went-
did.
We went to go see a concert.
No, we
What-
went. We ate at Sakura,
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
and we came back, and Stacy went and spent time with her dad.
Correct.
And then we got the call that they didn't expect him to make it. So at 5 a.m., we hauled butt to the hospital. We were there to see him, and he passed away. And I'm like, all right, got this. And then I drove out to Frostproof, is where you did your first fundraiser for Mothers of Veteran Suicide. And
Is it
Lots
really?
happens.
Is it really frostproof?
yeah, I always
Really?
call it frostbite.
Well, that's the restaurant in town.
That's-
how,
that's
how old is
cute.
the organization?
What's that?
How old is the organization? How long have you been around?
Mothers of Veterans
Yeah.
Suicide? Oh, I would say it's getting close to a decade now. I've been a board member with them for almost a year now. But the organization itself has been around for almost a decade, but it's not our CEO's first nonprofit. Her actual first nonprofit was Veteran Relief, where she just helped veterans with whatever they needed, basically. And she found that there's nobody helping these moms.
That's not,
After the smoke clears, there's
that's tough.
it was a niche. There was nobody.
That's
And,
really
and you know, a
tough.
lot of these, and I've been blessed to meet some of these moms, and some are grandmas, right? Who they lost their child, and now they're taking care of, they're raising the grandkids
We have
because they
13.
lost they 13
We have 13
grandmas
grandkids.
and grandkids that you know, they kind of fall between the cracks. And you think of how all the stuff we do for veterans, but we
The infrastructure.
the
They're-
infrastructure, and it's post prevention, right? Is that what
Postvention.
postvention
Postvention.
is the term that these guys coined? And it's absolutely amazing what they do for these moms who lost their child. I can't imagine. I don't have kids, but I can't imagine. You know, it's tough enough burying a parent.
Oh, gosh.
It's got to be unfathomable to bury your child.
It's horrible.
So
So,
and then
can you tell everybody a little bit about what the mission is? And
Yeah, the
Yeah.
organization.
So
ultimately, it's the moms of veterans who have committed suicide, correct? From mental health.
right. So we have 3 parts to our program. 3 main heart parts. There's a lot to our program, but the first part is that we offer 90 days free therapy for anybody that's touched in the family. So afterwards, we can come in and we can get you in therapy the next day, 90 days for free. And we have several people in the program right now, and more are not even, most of them aren't even moms. We've got fathers in there and brothers and siblings and that type of stuff. So that's the biggest problem is that once the smoke clears, these families need to be put back together. They don't know what to do.
Sure.
There's nobody helping them. And eventually they'll get help from the VA. But if you've talked to a veteran,
takes time.
It takes time where we can come in right away. To give you a little kind of like example of how important this is to your community right here, which is really what I want to tell you guys
Water
about.
set is stacked with military.
What I want to explain to you is think about this. We have a Hope Mobile that's covered in butterflies, and every butterfly on there is a veteran who died by suicide. There's probably close to 400 butterflies on there right now. We're
Wow.
nationwide. So we're all over the country. We have moms in every single state. But we have 3 names on that butterfly who are from Ruskin that died within the last year.
Wow.
So
and
if
in
you think
fact,
about
when we were doing this fundraiser, because of the hurricane, where Michelle was gonna she brought the motorhome in to meet with some moms, not in Ruskin, but to come to Ruskin first, and we reached out on the Apollo Beach group because we needed a place to park the motorhome for a couple of days.
I remember this.
And one of the people came out and said, "Hey, I know why they're here. They're here for my next door neighbor, and they can park in our driveway."
That was very nice.
And
When
we're
I
like,
called him, I
"That's
called him and I
okay,
was like,
but
we're
what do you
not."
mean your next door neighbor?" Well, his next door neighbor had committed suicide like the day before.
died by
Oh, wow.
suicide.
Died by suicide, sorry. And here we had the team that was able to help this family go through all the challenges associated with that.
Michelle, our CEO, sat in a Ruskin driveway for 3 days
Wow.
with this family just days after a MacDill Air Force highly decorated veteran took his life, and his children found him. And she sat there with his mother, and she sat there with his wife and his children, and we put his name on the Hopemobile, and his mom has actually been to one of our treats, which is the second part, where we take the moms. We do roughly 5 of them, where we take them for a 4 to 5 day retreat, and we do a whole healing and grieving, and we teach them how to cope with it and how to deal with it, and to go home and start their life over again, and how to move on, because it really is
unimaginable.
impossible.
It's truly unimaginable.
But they have to have help. They have to have some guidance. And the biggest thing that naturally happens is that they just make bonds with each other, and
They build themselves
Yep.
a safety net.
they have
now.
somebody.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have a private group. We have 2 Facebook groups, which we really could use some support on. We have one that's open to the public that we would really love if you guys could all
Joe, can you
subscribe
put
to
that? Can you put that in the chat real quick?
And so that's Mothers of Veteran Suicide.
Thank you,
And
Joanne.
then we have a second one, which is a private group, which you will not get in unless you are a mother. And that's their safe zone. And it's amazing in there, where they can, if they're having a bad day, or they're having a bad experience, or they're having a good day, or they just want to remember their child, or whatever it is. So where they can talk among themselves and they can help each other. So that's really powerful. Just bonding these women together, these moms together, is huge.
Yeah.
Our third part of our program is the grandparents. We have 9 grandparents across the country that are raising 13 grandbabies.
Wow.
And that right there is just exhausting. They've already lost their child, and now they're raising those grandbabies. So we take care of them. We're also starting a new program right now, where we just realized that there's a good amount of our moms who are not who didn't receive a flag at their child's funeral, and for various reasons. So we are working with, depending on where the mom is, but we're actually working with combat vet associations, who we gratefully just had a meeting
Yep.
with. We left them today, and amazing national organization who is backing us 100%. And they
That's
are
great.
running forward with us, and they
That's
are actually
awesome.
taking us on next year to be their project. And the things that we learned today are going to set us to a different level, the backing that they're giving us today. So that's really huge. And they are personally going to take these flags that are registered through the VA to this child, and they're going to get on their bikes wherever this mother, whatever state it is, will get a hold of that chapter, and they're going to roll up to that mom's house and give her this flag.
And present the
That's awesome.
flags.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds like it was
So-
a great meeting today.
Yeah, it was a great meeting today. So
That's cool.
that meeting today was not about that. That's just one part of it. But we do have some fundraisers coming up.
Yeah, you're going to talk about some events you got going on and the past event you just recently had. But let's talk about the future. What you got?
Oh, so on the biggest one that we have coming up soon is February 8th. What's the name of that city?
Ocala?
No.
It's the
Okeechobee.
little city between Bradenton and Sarasota.
Onika.
Onika? Do you say that
It's
right?
Onika.
Onika.
It's like Onika or Oneco. It's Onika.
Onika.
Is the Florida pronunciation. It's Onika. And
Well, there's an American Legion there that really loves us, and they are putting on a poker run for us. And so with the poker run during the day, the guys with the bikes, they'll go and they'll ride around, and it's a whole thing. But the cool part is that the evening
I'll
when
be
they
in my
come back,
truck.
we throw like this massive party,
Oh,
and it's open to the public, and
It's
that's
close.
where we need everybody
Yeah.
to come. So we have a band, and we have raffles, and we have dinner, and we want you guys to come out and support us. It's not that far. So it's really important that get us the information as soon as possible.
Are there
It's-
things that people can do to help support you guys right now through the holidays for these families?
There's always things. One of the things that you can do, especially if you've been to an event, then you already know what our memory cards are. So these are memory cards that the mothers make. And each mother, not every mother makes them, but a lot of them do. And they have a way to contact that mother on the card. And when they contact that mother, they send the mother a picture of some place that they took their child so that their memory didn't get forgotten.
That's
So
awesome.
that is huge. So anytime that you come across mom, anytime that you can honor them, anytime that you see, if you go to our page and you see anything, a mother say anything, if you can just repeat their name, just not let them be forgotten. That's across the board what every mother wants, is they don't want their baby to be forgotten.
Absolutely.
So that's huge.
You were saying earlier you guys need a trailer?
Yeah. So what? Yeah.
So, okay. So our biggest need right now is we have a 36-foot mobile home, not mobile home.
Motorhome. Motorhome.
We have a motorhome. We call
RV.
it the Hope Mobile, and it's.
Oh yeah, it's up on the screen up
Oh
there.
yeah. And
So
that is
not that.
it is.
We'll come back to it in about
It
45
is wrapped
seconds.
in the American
About 5
flag, and
hours.
it's covered in butterflies, and each butterfly has a name of a child that died by suicide. We have some problems with it because it's 20 years old. The first issue that we have is that it needs 2 new captain seats. The driver's seat and the passenger seat are literally, there's nothing but springs left.
They're like totally falling apart.
They're bad.
It's bad.
They're
So
bad.
if you're listening, you do upholstery out there.
Yeah,
we
anything
could
that
use
you
an
can do if you have a hookup with an RV company or anything. I mean, there's got to be somebody out there who can do this for us, either cheap or
Refinish and
help us
you
out,
know,
because it's
I think I know some
Recushion.
local boys I'm going to reach out to for
it's
probably have
expensive.
some in their yard or in their
Yeah.
barn.
Yeah, it's expensive. Whatever we can do to help the situation, because let's be honest, we're not getting any younger. And our CEO, I mean, she might look 29, but she's not. I'm not going to tell her real age because she'd be really mad.
Oh yeah, she'd be pissed.
Anybody's
She'd be
connected
pissed.
to any of the RV companies, there's several of them here in
Yeah,
Florida.
or
They
like
have
the
old
custom
trade-ins.
upholstery places, that
Yeah,
do
where they can
the
just redo
you
it, tear it
know,
apart, redo it.
they cut the foam and
Old trade-ins
and make new
take-
covers.
Take ones out of old ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
So the other thing that we are running out of the Hope Mobile, we're changing our numbers from 22 a day to 44 a day, and we're getting 5 new moms a week.
Oh, wow.
So when we put the butterflies on the Hope Mobile, we are only going to be able to put so many more butterflies on there. So a way to resolve this problem, plus we have a storage problem with all the merchandise that we have from the retreats and all that kind of stuff. So we've come up with an answer is an enclosed trailer. We do have a motorcycle that our CEO's husband, our co-founder Randy, has, and it's his personal motorcycle, and we use it for the poker runs they go on them. And so they tow it all over the country.
And for just normal transportation, when they take the motorhome and they
That's all
pull
they
into a
have.
campground or the Walmart parking lot or whatever, they need to get around instead of having to drive the motorhome around. They'll hop on the motorcycle
Yeah.
to do their stuff.
Good luck parking that thing in the city.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So-
So but an enclosed trailer that would be able to fit a Honda motorcycle and
Boxes,
and
Yeah,
some boxes,
our
some
tables, our
tubs.
tents, things like that.
foldy chairs.
And then it
Yeah.
would open us up to a whole lot more room for a whole lot more butterflies, because sadly we're going to need it.
Now, how can people donate to you?
Well, you can go right to our website,
Okay.
which is mothersofveteransuicide.org.
Yep.
And so you can go there on our Facebook page. You can go there. To be honest with you, our biggest need right now is those 2 items. So if we can secure those items, then our biggest need is just the mamas not letting them forget their babies. To be honest with you, awareness is more important. Little things like they're really uncomfortable talking about suicide.
Yep.
And unfortunately, that's the number one problem. That's the problem right there.
I think people are uncomfortable talking about mental illness in general.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And they forget what all these veterans went through, and then have to come back to normal life and try to be normal again. So today on Veterans Day, I mean, great to have you here. And I think more importantly, everybody needs to make sure we're always reaching out to everyone and our veterans, making sure that they're
You guys
mentally
have a
strong.
really powerful class getting ready to come up on December 6th in Riverview. It's at the American Legion. Lisa is going to be there. She will be there, and she will have information about our program. They're having it all day, and it is a suicide awareness. They're actually going to teach you the signs to look for and what happens if you're in the trenches with somebody, what do you do? And it's a really great program that Larry Roberts, who is with Project Vet, is coming, and Tiffany. She is amazing. And they're going to come down and work with that American Legion. It's open to the public. It's a free event. And it's December 6th. And I would urge anybody that if you have somebody that you love in your life, that you should go, because you never know when you're going to run across somebody who might need something that you could learn that day.
I can personally say that I had somebody reach out to me once that was on the verge of having those thoughts. And what I since have learned through some of the training that I've been through is that they don't always reach out to their family member because they don't want to tell them. So
Right.
Really, it's about people close to them and friends, and even sometimes a stranger might be the person that they open up to. So if anybody ever opens up to you, take it seriously.
Take it seriously without a
Yeah.
doubt.
And
Absolutely
Heath,
take
you
it
guys
seriously.
know Heath is on our show from time to time. And man, the number, he wears his phone 24/7 and answers those suicide calls on his organization,
Yes.
which is just tragic. I can't comprehend the stress that is involved.
Well, with that, we're going to take a break. Make sure you stick around. We have some Teo stories, and we got a few other good things to talk about. And you're going to stick around with us?
Yeah.
Awesome. So,
Go home
Joanne,
with it.
take us away to Breaky Land. And
Cool.
don't forget, we got Toys for Tots, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Support shirts and the events that we just did, and I'm good. I mean, I could talk for hours. Don't get me
We're
wrong.
here.
There's so much to our program.
I want to cover the Veterans Day parade
So,
and
just-
just some basic veteran stuff.
It's not gonna happen that way. Where am I at? Shit.
Welcome back. I think that's welcome back. We're
yeah, we're
figuring
back.
out a couple of little technical difficulties
like
thanks
when-
to software updates.
I mean, literally, don't you like when you're like are in the middle of a job or you're type, and then all of a sudden it says update now starting, and you're like, what is
Oh,
going
yeah.
on?
Yeah.
2:15 in the afternoon, and so we have those things here. We don't do this for a living. We do this for fun. We make no money or extort people or get paid
We
for
don't?
reviews or nothing. No, we don't. I forgot. Angie, I forgot today. We don't get paid.
Yeah. All right.
Not yet.
I'll show up.
We're not getting paid for this?
No, we're not.
Oh, I gotta go.
All right. I hear my mother calling me.
Yeah. So let's talk about your
Gotcha,
shirts.
man,
We got a couple things here. Let's wrap that up. And
So we did roll out today. We're rolling out our
Today, fresh off
new
the
support-
press.
They are. They're brand new. I have the
Freshies.
first one ever put on.
Nice.
And
Knight's Air.
my other one was dirty because I wore it in the Veterans Day parade.
Oh, there you go.
But otherwise, go ahead.
So Knight's Air actually sponsored us and is handling all of our shirts, which is amazing.
Joe, we got to back up. Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
there we go.
Oh.
Knight's
Yeah.
Air.
Jeez,
Knight's
Lee.
Air.
Knight's
Gonna
Air
get
has
a
just
trailer.
stepped up to buy
How
the
about
trailer that
Lee?
they need. So thank you so much, Knight's Air.
Did you hear that,
Really?
Michelle? I
I
hope
got
she's
goosebumps,
watching.
man.
I hope she's
Congratulations.
watching.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's gonna be mad if she's not.
Man,
I don't
got
know.
goosebumps.
We heard a
That's
couple.
awesome.
We see some wows and stuff hitting on the
Wow.
on the screen, so we'll see.
If you guys
That's huge.
want to message us, feel free to. I'm going to see if there's like 4 different chats that I got to find.
Yeah.
But
that's all right.
That's
So we got the
amazing.
shirts.
It's a great
All
thing.
right. So we do. We have the shirts, and now I'm like speechless. Like,
Right?
not gonna
amazing.
cry. I'm not gonna cry. Not gonna cry. Thanks, Lee.
Just get goosebumps. It's all good.
All right. So
Lee,
this is
Lee
our
gets a
new-
shirt from us too on that one,
Yeah,
without a
I'll
doubt.
give him a free shirt.
There's one over there. You can grab it later.
Thank you, Lee, with Knight's Air.
I'll
That's
make them nice
amazing.
one fresh.
Those are great.
So this is our new shirt, our new support shirt, and our new logo for this year is stay. So we want you to stay because
Amen.
you matter. And Kendall.
Kendall, our buddy
Edwards?
Kendall.
How do you say
Yeah,
it? Edwards?
Kendall Edwards.
Edwards. Let me tell you, he has
Our
been
buddy.
an amazing supporter, and he, we kind of like his thing is you matter, but that's always been our thing too, and I think it should be everybody's thing. So we
Yeah.
really want you to stay. We really want you to know that you matter, and I also want to tell you that our girl Tiffany, who you guys will meet her at the American Legion in Riverview on December 6th. She has a she has a saying that I really love that I really want you guys to think about, and she says, "I hear you, I see you, let's work it out together,"
Amen.
Cool.
and it's really powerful.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. Real fast, we did the Fall Hope Mobile tour, and that was amazing. Little Ruskin, Lee still got me like all messed up. Sorry. Like I'm like
It's awesome.
he does. I love that guy.
I got to tell you, our Apollo Beach crowd and Ruskin crowd came together.
Amazing.
We had a great poker run. Thanks to Lisa's back there. She doesn't want to be on the camera. She is so great. She
worked her butt
organized
off.
it. I felt bad. I was like hoping to do more, and I just kept work and everything kind of kept getting in the way. And I'm
Well,
like,
you're
just
mayor of this place.
jump
man, you're
into
busy.
place.
You are
So
the mayor.
well,
well,
so-
we were dealing with Stacy's dad's memorial in the middle of that, and everything else, and it's like, wait, I'm not supposed to be gone. I'm supposed to be here, but anyway.
what
But
happened
it
was
did a great job. Everyone came together.
they did. Andy, our big brother over at the American Legion in Riverview, he's the commander there, and he's also a rider with motorcycles. He did a poker run, and throughout this whole thing, and Lisa like worked endlessly to put this whole raffle together, and they hosted it over at the Eagles in Ruskin, and what ended up happening was they raised so much money, it was ridiculous. And then at the very end, we didn't even know it, the Eagles matched every dollar that Lisa
Wow.
and Andy had
Wow,
raised.
that's awesome.
And so it was over $6,000 that
That's
they
great.
raised in one day.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, it typically, like, everybody was like, you have to put a poker run together in months and months and months and months out, like maybe a year out.
It's a lot of coordination.
Lisa had never done a poker run before.
Yeah, it started. It's Howard.
Howard. So
Howard's doing the echo.
Lisa put this poker run together in 6 weeks and raised $6,000. 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Sorry, she corrected me. 5 weeks.
5 weeks.
Nice.
5 weeks. She had never done a poker run in her life. She barely knew what it was. She met with Andy.
I still don't even know what it is.
It's a secret.
I know.
It's a secret.
He was telling me about it.
Just show up.
So yeah, we'll get you on there one
Just
day.
show up.
Put you on your scooter. You got to show up on your scooter.
I do.
We're doing one in February. You come to that one and
Yep.
we'll teach you. But she put this badass poker run together in 5 weeks and raised $6,000. I like that's unheard of. I know several people who plan for a whole year and they're lucky if they get 3 or 4,000.
Yep.
So
Well,
that was amazing.
I know that we just met, but my background is putting on live events, so I'm here to help and volunteer for you guys to help you put on
Don't say that
events.
to me.
Cool.
There you go.
I'm
You-
in,
Don't
girl.
say
We'll put
that
her in
to me.
there.
You're
I'm
gonna be
in.
in a whole lot of trouble.
No, I love it. Yeah, I love to give back, and I believe in what you guys are doing. So
Oh, you
I'm
haven't
happy to
seen
help with
anything
events.
yet. I would tell you that when you meet these moms, I mean, they're just. So we started off with that poker run. We took the Hope Mobile there, and then we took the Hope Mobile out to Frostproof, and we did a check presentation. And Eric Anderson from Equestrian Therapy, he came down from Webster at like 5 a.m. He left his house with his horse and got down there, and he emceed this event, and it was amazing. And he came in, brought his horse, and it was one of those things you had to have been there.
Yeah, he's retired Marine, and he is so well spoken that he just is captivating on his wealth of information about veterans and the tribute and the trials and tributes that they go through, as well as just the way it was all scripted of what was supposed to happen, and none of it happened that way, and he just put so much focus on the moms, and then he's got this beautiful dog, so he has the horse over, and then he's giving the moms a hug, and then because the moms are into hugging, which I'm now learning as a non-hugger type
We taught
person.
him how to hug.
Come on,
You
Dale.
hugged me walking in
Oh.
the door today, dude.
Yeah, but it's like this
taking
is
a while.
like
We're rubbing off on
this
him.
is like bear hug, like, and you don't release
good
a
for
hug.
your
You let the
soul,
mom
man.
you
You
let the
gotta
mom
use it.
release a hug,
It's like
so
a
you're
child.
hugging
You don't break a hug.
and you're hugging and you're hugging and you're hugging and you're
You
hugging
can tell if you're not hugging back too. So
and you're
good for
like,
your soul.
oh yeah, oh you're like stuck in this deal.
Right.
I mean, it's
Hug,
like
Taylor. You need to hug.
it's a new career. Okay, you signed a contract, but Eric did such a great job with everything, and he's just so commanding, and he made it all about the moms. So all this planned stuff just totally fell apart, and it was probably 10 times better than we could have ever imagined it to be, I think.
Part of the journey is
great
not to
guy.
arrive,
Just a great guy.
let it happen.
And what
He
we
was.
normally do is we acknowledge the child that these moms lost. Well, Eric, being an ex-Marine, retired Marine, he makes a big deal about it, and he has this commanding voice. And so now we gotta deal with the rank, we got to deal with the service. I mean, all the stuff that's really important to a soldier and military veteran. He made all of that, where we would have said, Jason Smith, he is like Jason Smith, first sergeant, battalion, blah 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 blah, boom boom boom,
Decorate,
and then
Marine Corps,
Marine, hoorah, and all of that, which was just, I mean, everybody, you just feel the goosebumps. Of course, it was freezing cold, but you just had the goosebumps.
the one day.
And it was brutal. But anyway, hey, since we were in Ruskin, let's talk about this weekend, the Ruskin Parade.
So yeah, we had somebody in the parade that was wearing one of our shirts, and
Was he driving a car?
yeah, he was driving a car, but he had this really cool guy with him, and he was a World War II veteran. And so, Teo, do you know who that guy was?
Yeah, Harry in the Army, U.S. Army, and he lives in Sun City. And there's a handful of guys that are about 100 years old that are World War II vets.
Hundo.
Yep. So Harry's 98. Now, originally the plan was, because we had a Cobra, 2 Mustangs, and then this old German Mercedes car,
Classic.
convertible. And I'm thinking I'm going to have one of these ladies from like the women's club or whatever, because I was like a World War II vet that fought the Germans and the Japan, probably is not going to want to ride in a Mercedes convertible.
Nah.
Nope. Harry gets out of the truck. The people that brought him over, Steve Browning brought him over in his Honda truck, and Harry gets out of the truck, and and we're like, Harry, do you want to ride in the Cobra? And he looks and goes, I'm in the Mercedes.
Boom.
And I'm like, oh my God, it was priceless. People my age get it, right? Because, we grew up, playing Army and, fighting the Germans or the Japanese.
Japs. Well,
We said Japs, but it would totally, but we called them the Japs. There was a Jap attack.
Remember
This
the
is the part of the
disclaimer?
Disclaimer thing, right?
There's no PC
When-
in this show
when-
other
when-
than the PCs running the
Yeah,
show.
when we grew up,
Holy
you fought the
God.
Germans and the Japs.
The Japs.
So it was
Just call
awesome.
them nips, why don't you?
Yeah,
Jesus.
exactly.
Then there's that.
Yeah. So this is not meant to be disrespectful. This is meant to be, post World War II for those of us that grew up just 20 years after the war.
Wait, did he just say that he was?
Yeah, I did. So anyway, so Harry had a ball in the Mercedes, but it was fun driving down the road, talking to Harry about World War II and his service, and he's like, this is not for me. This is for the people that didn't come home. He goes, we, I don't have any ill will towards the Germans, because I'm like, dude, seriously, you're cool with like driving in this old German Mercedes and you fought in World War II. He goes, I just hated the pricks, like Hitler and Rommel and the guys in charge. He goes, the other guys, they didn't want to get shot. They didn't want to shoot us as bad as we didn't want to shoot them. And they didn't want to get shot at us, just like we didn't want to get shot from them. He goes, and after the end, it was, okay, we had a job to do. Not that any of us wanted to do that job. And then it is what it is, and you move forward. And he goes, you have to respect the German engineering. You have to respect part of how all of that logistically happened and the engineering behind it. And he's 98 years old, and he builds model airplanes. And he built a Messerschmitt model.
Wow.
And we were talking about it, and he goes, I sold it to like the son or the grandson of the guy that built that designed the Messerschmitt for Germany for World War II. And that was a trip, as we were talking about the interaction of the German technology and that. And we had a ball talking about afterwards. He was in Tokyo, and his original job was figuring out how to bastardize the opposition's vehicles to make our vehicles run. So like they could steal a carburetor from a Japanese truck and put it on an American Jeep, right? They could have an adapter so that they could take, parts from a Japanese car or Jeep or truck and put it on an American truck to make it run. Yeah. And so he gets there and he goes, I'm ready to build cars, as they do this Tokyo invasion after the bomb. And they're like, oh, here, you're going to strip all these. So they had to rip out the radios and all this kind of stuff. And then I'm like, how'd you get rid of them? He goes, well, we took turns betting on who gets to drive the tank. Because they would end up taking a tank and driving over all these things and crush them. And then they just dropped them in Tokyo Bay. They're just out there in the bottom of the ocean.
You could talk to him for days.
Oh, I talked to him I had the best 4 hours, 3.5 hours. We had an absolute ball, which brings me to my second thing is, so the Veterans Parade was a blast, but it is Veterans Day.
That tradition.
And I broke out. We had Stitch over from the combat veterans, and we were talking, and I have one of the things that survived the hurricane was I have some of my grandfather's medals, but I also have a couple of his journals. And I think Joanne's going to throw them up there. Do the outside first, because this is a trip, because this is from 1943 in Tunisia and then Italy. So it started in North Africa. And but I have his journal that he kept in his pocket. And it starts in this particular journal was new in September 1st of 1943, and they were in North Africa and then moved over to Tunisia to prepare to invade Sicily and Italy. I guess it would be Italy, because I think they'd already been in part of Sicily or wherever. And here you go. So that was my grandfather's journal, or is my grandfather's journal from September of 1943. And it's amazing. I took a few screenshots. I couldn't find it. There's two that are really happy ones in there. The funny thing is his favorite was hot cakes for breakfast, which was a big deal. And that'll be in the next one. And it
Also, too, he's using cursive, which is an unknown
oh, I know.
Sanskrit.
Yeah, right. So that one right
Say,
there
moving
on
forward, kids aren't gonna be able to
now
read
this is
journal.
November. This is in November, and what is that? The 26th. So November 22nd. That would have been around Thanksgiving, right? And the entry starts off with hot cakes for breakfast, and it was relatively quiet and whatever. In 19 that was November 22nd, 1943.
You didn't see any fat soldiers.
Oh man, I gotta tell
No.
you, there's two entries in all of his journals that are real happy, and the one I can cite almost verbatim. Today, yeah.
Oh,
So 3
shit.
days before Thanksgiving, they had hot cakes for breakfast, which was monumental. The other entry that is extremely happy, and I was trying to find it, and I wasn't sure if it was in this journal or the next one, is today was a good day. We had it stopped raining, and we had hot cakes for breakfast, and no firing for 2 days.
The things that they were grateful for, man.
And
Yeah, could you imagine
and
that?
I
That's your
watched
best
I
thing.
watched To Hell and Back the other night on Friday night. I watched the movie To Hell and Back, Audie Murphy story, and this is where he's in Italy, and there's the scenes in Audie Murphy where it's raining and they have the tanks and they're bogged down by the mud, and the people are like, "Here, have some mashed potatoes," and they pour the rainy water out of their mashed potatoes, you know, because they're eating this stuff in the rain. And there's so many of these where it's rainy, it's muddy. The artillery guns that he fired got stuck, and it's just incredible the sacrifice that our veterans go through. You know, my grandfather went in as a private in 1941 into basic training, and the logistics is amazing. I had his Foot Locker for many years, and it started out as private vault, and then he became a corporal because he lived and everyone else
Nutrition helps.
didn't. So a week or two into combat, he went from private to corporal.
There's that corporate
And
ladder.
a couple months later, he ends up in about 6 months, he becomes a sergeant. And then they made him, within a year. So he went from private, and then he was an officer within a year, field commercial, and first lieutenant, second lieutenant, and captain. He was a captain for quite a while, and then a major, and then a couple other light colonel and colonel. But because of the time, I learned today, I never quite understood, because he should have retired out with his injuries as a major, but I found out there's a time requirement.
How long you have to stay a major for?
Yeah, and so that's why they retired him out even though he had become a colonel, they had retired him out as a major, which is pretty amazing. A 3-year career, right, from a private to a colonel in 3 years.
Damn.
It's just staggering. The other thing about these veterans, and this is something World War II, is we saw that today. I have his Christmas list where he got his Christmas presents. Now, keep in mind, these were probably mailed in October of 43.
I can only imagine what he was asking for Christmas.
Well, it's not what you ask for; it's what you get.
What showed up.
So this stuff is mailed in October of 43, and it came. I think it was February 23rd or 24th is when it arrived.
So they had Timu back then.
Yeah. Yeah. So it arrived, 2 months after Christmas, he got his Christmas package. And from his wife, he got 2 cigars. From his daughter, he got 1 piece of candy. From his cousin, he got a cookie, 1 cookie.
Wow.
From, another family in town, he got 1 cookie, some fruit, and a piece of candy, but basically you got one piece of candy and one or two cookies was a big gift with some fruit. And if you think about it, and he was so excited to get these, like, I think he got 4 cigars total, and you know, and like 8 cookies. And this stuff was wrapped in probably paper because you couldn't get aluminum foil, right? The foil was non-existent because it was all, you know, it was on allocation. And this stuff was probably baked. These cookies were baked in like
August,
October, shipped.
Talk about your natural
Is
foods.
that why they call them stones over there?
And
Apparently
you know,
so.
and you know, he gets it in February. You know, these cookies were 4 months old. I mean, talk about breaking your teeth. And you look and you go, but then you look and his Foot Locker, right? So it started in Oklahoma, Georgia, North Africa, across North Africa, into Tunisia, to Italy, to England, to France, back to 7 different places when he was in the hospital when my mom was in first grade. My mom went to 7 first grades after the war. And that made it. And I've been trying to get a steering wheel adapter for the Mercedes from Amazon for 3 weeks. That is like they've lost twice coming from Sarasota.
And this guy got his cookies.
And this guy got his cookies.
43.
This guy got his cookies without any barcode. Or his Foot Locker got moved from place to place.
Good call.
Yeah.
You know, you mentioned I actually made one of my very best friends in town here because they were doing let's send some goods to our veterans. So we collected a whole bunch of snacks and Oreos and snack packs and stuff like that. We sent them over there. And then he reached out to me before I really met him, and he goes, "I just want to thank you very much." And then the storm came, and he's like, "Hey, I'm not going to be there." And I'm like, "I'll take care of your wife's house while you're away. Don't worry if anything doesn't happen, and I'll be there. Don't worry." And then he came back from deployment. We became best friends, and you're not going to believe who it is. The boogeyman himself.
Oh, really?
Jason Canna.
Yeah, there you go.
And this is a shout out to you, man. You might be
Jason.
Jason, thanks for taking care of our country.
Yep. But you got to think all these veterans and the sacrifices, you know, having these journals from 82 years ago, it's pretty, I read them every year about this time, and every year about Memorial time, I pull them out, and I do need to scan those and convert them into a book
PDF.
Because I don't know how many people have the journals from 1943, 1942, and 1944, documenting what these guys went through. You know, when you think about what we take for granted, I mean, you know, you're traveling and you don't want to go to the bathroom in a crappy rest area. You know, thank God we have Buc-ee's. Think about these guys firing 47,000 rounds.
Yeah, but 80
and you got to go to the bathroom, and people are shooting at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no thanks.
I'm pretty sure you just go to the bathroom.
I think you
People
just
are shooting at you.
It's not like, hey guys, listen.
Someone's
Shit
shooting
my
at me.
pants.
I
I'm
need a
probably pissing
bathroom
my
break.
pants.
I'll be right back to fight you. I gotta go take a horrible dump.
I know.
All right, give me 10 minutes. We'll be right back. No, it didn't work like that.
No.
You know,
No.
like, excuse me, where's the men's room? I'll be right
Yeah.
back.
I mean, it's pretty staggering. And you know, every year I go to Gettysburg, and we did a reenactment of firing the cannon and what's involved to do this, and to move the shells, and the fact that they fire almost 2 a minute, and the weight of these shells and how it comes in and how you have to redo your flint and pull the cord. I mean, all this kind of stuff is amazing. It takes 9 guys to fire a cannon, and they're doing it nonstop.
And that was
and somebody and a ball comes in and blows somebody up, and you got somebody that runs
Steps
up
right in.
and steps in to do it. But 9 guys to fire these cannons, and you think of then World War II, what was involved in all of that, and
Greatest generation.
It's amazing, and it was such an honor to be with Harry, and
But you hit it
and drive him in the parade.
You hit it on those, you hit it on those, and you hit it on those. The sacrifice. We talk about your grandfather traveling. It sucks traveling now, right? In
Yeah.
general, even publicly. Can you imagine the amount how aggravated alone just to go from place to place and take your stuff and go into war, and then all of a sudden they just the sheer aggravate, and then they come home.
Well, and all these guys had not been on ships before, right? So they leave the U.S. and they get shipped across the Atlantic or the Pacific, depending on where
Some
they
of them
fought.
never left their county.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
my grandfather was unique in that he worked on some of the projects pre-war. So he worked in Nevada on the dam.
Oh,
You know, one of the work programs. So, he took a train out and worked and sent the checks home to his wife, my grandmother. And then, as soon as the stuff started to heat up, he enlisted into the Army. And but that whole logistics, so these guys are on the boat, and we pointed it out, just the ship from North Africa to Italy getting prepared to do the landing zone. And everybody was sick. He's like, I spent most of the time in sick bay, as did everyone else. And Lisa saw some of those when we were looking at that today. And these guys are sick. They're puking their guts out, and now they got to land on the beach with all this fire coming around them and gear. Well, and they had like those mini cannon, like these artillery cannon things that they had to drag out and hook up the trucks and stuff like that. But you still have all your guns and stuff because you're getting shot at, and you're throwing grenades and then trying to move your gun, your big gun into position. Just amazing. I can't comprehend that. I think that opening scene of Saving Private Ryan is probably a good depiction of the hell that these guys went through. Whether it's modern day veterans or past, no matter what, it's a hell of a sacrifice that these guys go
and
through.
We thank
even
you.
if they don't go under fire. The thought of going under fire.
And again, we thank you guys, women, men, service, all the departments of service, and how fitting is it that our government is open back up to pay these guys?
Absolutely. That amazed me that we didn't pay. I mean, that
there's no contingency.
Congress and Senate get paid and our military doesn't. That is just disgusting to me. Absolutely disgusting.
I was talking about a buddy today, but Congress and Senate have to get paid. It's kind of like one of these things, the dog needs a tail so we can chase it. Because if they're not there to be able to vote to open back up and close back up.
No, I disagree. But hold on. Here's the worst part. They voted. And here's the deal. And we're going to finish up with Crystal, but after this is a point that was absolutely disgusting. I got up this morning. It was super cold. And I turned the news on, and it was amazing to watch the media turn on Schumer that he couldn't keep his party together, right? Schumer needs to resign because he couldn't keep his party together because they all should have voted not to reopen. And I'm like, this is the problem with our politics, because about 80% of Americans say they should have just voted to open it with the continuing resolution.
Of course,
right? Just 80% says open it. These are elected representatives. They are to represent us, not their own agenda. And it just shows that the Congress and Senate are 100% for themselves and not for the people that pay their salaries. And until we can clean those guys up, we're screwed. But with that, so Crystal, what do we have to wrap up with Mothers of Veteran Suicide? What else do you want to cover here as we start winding down?
We did have a few more events that happened during the Fall Hope Mobile tour.
Fallmobile, I like that. It just squished
Fallmobile. So after we finished with you guys with Ruskin, then we went out to Frostproof, then we went out to Little Lake Wales. And the VFW, who I believe is watching us live right now.
Hey, everybody at the VFW.
Guys. Make sure you share this, everyone.
Our friend Marianne, keep those guys drinking
keep
there.
Them flowing.
Their Commander Joe and their bar manager Marty worked tirelessly, and they also brought in on their first fundraiser for us. They brought in over $6,000.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So our fall Hope Mobile tour, my goal for that was to raise $10,000, and we ended
6 and
up.
6 is 12, honey.
Yeah, but we still had the pumpkin patch.
Yeah,
and then
we had almost
then we
$3
had-
grand at the pumpkin
Ding,
patch.
Then we had
2500.
Tractor
ding, ding,
Supply
ding.
step up. So we ended our fall Hope Mobile tour with almost 17,000.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Boom.
And now we have a trailer.
And
Yeah.
So now we
Um,
have a trailer that's going to need some graphics on it. So shout out to anybody out there that might have a printing company. Hint,
Yeah,
hint
we
to
do.
some
We will
friends of
need it.
mine.
We will need a
And-
wrap.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, wink,
Yeah.
wink.
Wrap.
I might know a couple.
I play
people with
drums,
some
but I
printing
don't
companies.
rap.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
And we're gonna work on that for you too.
That's a
Also,
different kind of rap, my friend.
I have I also have a little local news that I wanted to mention real quick. You got a second for some local news?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
And this is gonna make you smile, I think. Ding, 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 ding,
Uh
ding.
oh.
Did you ever think a Walmart was gonna open across on 41 and Ruskin? Well, congratulations. It looks like January 14th is opening day for the Walmart.
So if we go early, like, you know,
Yes.
are they going to have like free
Yes.
Walmart for life or so, for a year, you know, like the Chick-fil-A and then we have people, all the homeless people
You get
that
to-
are living there, they're going to be first in line. So they're going to get it all anyway.
You get a cart with it doesn't wobble.
Ooh,
Yeah.
For a
Day
week.
one.
For a week.
For a week.
You get to scratch your name in it.
I got to tell you,
Boys will be happy.
Also, too, along with that,
yeah.
welcome to the neighborhood. Looks like Wendy's is opening up the same day.
Yeah, she's interviewing already.
Yeah, she's interviewing. I invited her out to the show here. See if she comes on out. Wendy's a little
Chipotle going in there too, right?
Yep. Little near and dear to my heart. I was the
Chipotle.
captain of the Chili Meat Express.
All right.
I was
Was
yeah.
it finger?
Woo, woo. I worked at Wendy's in high school, and I got to tell you, everybody should either do two things. They should work for a fast food place as a kid, or they should work a retail job for real.
I've done both those.
Whether you're rich, poor, I don't care what you are. Humble yourself.
Right.
And number two, if you don't work for those guys, go into the service. I think every kid should go into the service, mandatory for 2 years. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I didn't do it. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Hey, I was
had-
$58. I was
I
$58
had
from going
issue-
in the service.
I had issues with my family that I couldn't address, and it didn't work out. I support, love, and I kick myself in the ass for never going into the service. If I could right now at 57 years old and I'm in good shape, then they really should consider having an older, I don't mean guys like us going into combat, but there's a lot of civil things that we could do at our ages.
Right.
57 and 58, I feel like I'm 35 years old.
Yep.
I remember people that were 58 years old and they were old.
Yep.
You know, I mean, honestly, and let's face it, our generation still kicks ass.
So my adoptive father,
Amen.
the judge, who was U.S. Navy, and he's my buddy that races the scooters and everything, right?
Civil defense.
So he went at 53, went back. He
Oh, they
basi-
recalled?
No, but he wanted to go into combat.
Huh.
And so he was a radio guy on the USS Guadalupe. He went back into active duty at 53, doing radio
Good for him.
communications and stuff. But he basically had to sue him for, you know, the disability thing and stuff, because they're like, you're too old, you can't go back in. He goes, I'm serving. So 23 years ago, he went back into the service. And I always thought that was amazing. You know, I was living in Apollo Beach, hanging out on the boat, and he was over in the Indian Ocean.
Now we're not
watching
going to take
his
a
line.
break. We're not going to take another. We normally take another break.
Yeah.
However, we do have one final thing, which isn't final. We're going to ask all our guests coming forward and anybody if they have any toys for Tots, and that's what Angie's
Yes.
here for tonight to discuss a little toy for Todd action.
Yep.
Tell us about the
sorry about
toys
that.
and tell us about the Tots.
Right. Well, Century 21 here in Apollo Beach partners with the Toys for Tots, and we're really excited to be the Hillsborough County location that all the Toys for Tots boxes come back to on December 6th, and we fill the truck with the Marines. So I've spent my week out delivering boxes. Thank you guys
Can you
here
bring me that
tonight for having a box.
Actually, yeah, just bring the box over.
They look
Yeah.
like this, people.
So if you're around Apollo Beach, Ruskin, Riverview, Brandon area, we've been out delivering a lot of boxes this week. And, it's a great thing that the U.S. Marine Corps Reserve does every year.
Don't watch
to
the drink. Watch
Make
the
sure
drink.
kids are having a great Christmas. So
Yes.
I can personally say a lot of them that I set up, the companies are all doing different promotions for people that come in and bring a toy. So they're looking for unwrapped toys to get dropped off. And Tampa Bay Sports Magazine, if you run an annual ad this year, she's donating a bike for that ad. So that's huge. If you have a
And we
small
mean toys
business.
for kids.
Yeah, not Teo toys.
Not Teo toys.
Whoa.
Not toys that Teo does races with.
That's a different box.
Those are the adult. That's Valentine's Day, buddy.
It has nothing to do with Christmas, but it is decorated, and
Right.
we have those drop boxes coming out in January.
So if you are getting your carpets cleaned for the upcoming holidays,
You can reach out to these guys at Sasser Cleaning and Supply.
and you can give them the toy and they'll fill the box
Without
in the
a
back
doubt.
here at headquarters. So our friends
what do you
at American Honey Creamery, if you drop a toy off there in Apollo Beach, go stop and get your coffee or your ice cream, and you'll be put in a raffle for $25 gift card that they'll be pulling for somebody that brings in a toy. Teal Turtle in Apollo Beach, myself and Kalani Heyman will be there this Thursday night. And we're pouring some wine for happy hour from 4 to 7. Come see us. You'll
I'll
also
be there.
get a discount on your purchases that night. And if you
What?
haven't been in there lately, they're stocked for the holidays with great Christmas boutique stuff. So come get your Christmas PJs.
There's no guy
slippers,
boutique.
Scotts. They have
They
gentlemen's
have
stuff
guys
there.
there.
No.
Yeah.
But when
Yeah.
you think about it, there's no real
There's guy
guys
stuff.
boutique, a place that you can go buy clothes, get cigars, get a massage, watch some football, get
Whoa,
a drink.
That's not this kind
That's
of boutique
that's
either.
not a
This
boutique.
is
All right,
like,
that's another show. Too.
right.
Yeah, but you guys
I'm
have
sorry,
like
your
showgirls.
backyard. I'm sorry,
Right?
there is a guys boutique.
Yeah, no, I took his mic. Yeah, Tampa Bay Sports and Entertainment Magazine is going to donate a bike for any ad paid up front annually.
Wow.
And you get to change the ad out once a month. We're number one digitally in the Tampa Bay area, and we really want to support Tours for Tots. So I'm going to donate a bike for every ad that's run annually.
And I'm gonna get some frozen tots and put them in that box.
That's not what we're looking for.
Son of a
Oh,
We're looking
and
for
I
toys,
can
not food
write
this
your
time,
ad. I
no.
also can do your commercial for you too, so you can put your commercial in when we're doing our commercial breaks.
So if you have a small business and you're looking to advertise in the Tampa Bay area, certainly give Joanne a call, and you'll double up your donation by getting your ad run in a great place, and then her donating a bike as well. And bikes is a big part of what they're asking for every year.
Okay.
It's one of the biggest things kids ask for.
I
Because
think
most
we're in for a
families can't
bike too with
afford-
South
Yeah,
Shore
we're
Cleaning and
we're in
Supply.
we're in for a few bikes.
You're
I
in
I'll
appreciate that,
supply
guys.
those.
I really do.
And then
And
Uh,
please come out on the 6th at Century 21 in our parking lot. We have a lot of things going on. The Marines will be out there. We're stuck.
and when is Chris's car show? It's on my calendar,
I
but
think it's December 6th.
I think it's the same morning
same
of,
morning.
of that,
Right.
and
That way
we're
they're
we're
wrapping them
doing.
all up too.
I'll be there because
all
we're
those
doing
toys
that.
will come over
Yeah.
and go into the semi. So any Toys for Tots box or event that you have, please think about donating. These families could use that.
Cool. And with that, I think we're other than normal shout outs to if you need flip flops, go see Pam. She's
Yeah.
still open. I know she's been struggling. She's been having a hard time.
Cars and Coffee's great.
Cars and Coffee, Ali Serrano Portraits, JD Coaching, of course. Hey, I want to give a shout out to John Clark of the Appliance Geek.
There you go.
My fridge was, I honestly thought I was going to be buying another fridge, and I messaged him and said, "Is it worth having you come take a look?" And he goes, he's asked me the question. He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I'll be
what
out."
the hell?
And freaking, it was a clogged line and a fan motor that was bad. And he goes, "You got another couple years out of it, so
Sure.
save me $1,500 because they're expensive." And I got my fridge going, and of course Brett from the Grease Medic. I hit that pothole and had a little damage to the front end of the Mercedes on
Whoops.
the suspension. And I was able to get the parts in, and then he got my suspension totally rebuilt in time for the Veterans
There
Day
you
parade.
go.
Because I was like, I really want to get this fixed before the Veterans Day parade. And he was over there on Wednesday before the deal and had me all back together.
You look
So
good driving in the parade, man.
thanks. I had fun.
There was
Yep.
one.
And of course, Knights Air, as always, for the support of Mothers of Veteran Suicide and the support of everybody in our community. They
Shout out to
they
Knights
step
Air.
up.
They're
I haven't
always
heard
the
a bad
first
thing
one.
about them unless it was
Yep.
totally fabricated.
Totally MVP.
Also, too, want to give a shout out to our guest who's coming next week. We're going to have the Salty Shamrock here, and they're having their first annual Apollo Beach South Shore Christmas tree lighting ceremony coming up.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
We're having our own like Rockefeller Center right
apparently-
here
Yeah.
at Apollo Beach. I think it's
This place
super
is
cool.
blown
Wow,
up.
Where are they doing
They're
that at?
bringing
At
in
the
like a
social-
25-foot
tree
Where at?
At
Salty
Salty's.
at
Shamrock.
Salty's,
okay.
and I believe they're not having a parade,
A
but
golf cart showcase,
Show-
a golf
showing.
case show.
but you have to drive them there. So generally, if they all leave at the same time, they're parading. So,
Yeah.
I mean, let's talk about the fact we live in paradise quickly because
oh boy,
our little town,
it's
think
awesome.
about it, we are amazing. We have a lighted golf cart showcase parade, and we have a lighted boat parade.
Yeah, the 13th of
yeah.
December, boat
We
parade.
got some really awesome things coming up. And I got to tell, I came from up north and moved down here 13 years ago. And every year I post those things. People up north are always like, man, you are so lucky you live in paradise.
Because when you live up north, you only know the people to the left of you, the people to the right of
Right.
you.
because they're
That's
all
it.
hibernating and freezing in their
Correct.
house, right? And we're out
Correct.
celebrating. So just
No.
yeah, there's not a lot of OGs, man. But don't
I'm
take for
I'm
granted-
somewhat of an OG. I mean, my grandparents and great grandparents were here, but I was born on Bragg, and then we were here vacationing on a regular basis. So
Thank you, Tampa Bay Sports Entertainment and Joanne Duran for working
Yeah.
the console. We've had a lot of issues tonight, but we're going to make it better every show, every time we can. If you want to come on the show, make sure you reach out to Teo, myself, or Angie here. We want to thank you again for coming on, Crystal Pep.
And thank you, all of our veterans.
Lisa,
Yes.
thanks as usual.
Happy Veterans
By
Day,
the way,
everyone.
she got herself a Good Morning, Don't Be a Shitty Person t-shirt, and if you need one, reach out.
Awesome.
We will see you next Tuesday. We're going to have the Salty Shamrock here, and it will be the 30th year anniversary of the beautiful inception of my marriage with my wife.
oh, Hawk 2 a day.
And we're going to have a 45-minute slideshow of every moment and everybody that was at our wedding VHS.
All right.
You're going to love it.
I mean, wait a minute, you're not taking her out to dinner?
So with that, we're gonna wrap it up.
We eat every day together.
All right. So you guys, everybody, thanks for
Thanks,
watching. Have a wonderful evening, and we're out of here.
Go
Happy
Bucks.
Veterans Day, everyone.
Happy
Happy
Veterans Day.
Veterans Day, and
Happy
thanks,
Veterans
and
Day.
let's go for another 250 years.